Welcome to a new video in my channel, and today is going to be a mailbag or a postbag video, which I haven't done any just yet because I don't think I do a lot of purchases, but for my new loco I bought a few bits and pieces and I already mentioned them in my previous video, so I thought, well, let's just make a postbag video. I will see if you like this, if you find this any useful for you. I mean, to be honest, I personally like watching mailbag videos, even though I tend to watch even stuff that I'm not going to purchase, but for some reason I just love it. So yeah, maybe you will find it useful as well. So let me change to this view now, actually this view, so we can view the things that I've done. And oh, wrong screen. So the first one is going to be this work light. So let me just look at the listing first. So I don't have a work light, and so well, I wanted to get something, you know, magnetic and the usual stuff, and I thought I'm going to buy something big, which is this one, and I also going to buy something smaller, which is that. And I mean, yeah, I was just randomly looking for something which has a decent number of orders, and I you know, found this one. It comes with a lot of variant because you can buy them with or without batteries and with or without the charger. And I think I purchased the one which comes with the batteries and with a USB cable but no charger because, well, I can use my own charger. So that's the lamp. Yeah, I mean, we haven't really looked at the listing for long, so let me just quickly go back. You can see the prices here and the different variants, and it looks like that it is on sale. So it, you know, roughly around 20 quid with, yeah, it's actually free shipping. And it comes with a rechargeable battery, so a LiPo or Li-ion battery, so just a regular 18650. And yeah, I mean, it has a big magnet here. There are, oh, it's hard to get in the frame. There are magnets here, and then you can just turn this handle. So you can stick it here and then it can turn into different angle. This is in fact also works as a clip. So you can clip it onto something and then it grips, and that's how it's going to hold. Other than that, it's just a, you know, big plastic case, and you know, there is no push buttons, there is no different modes. It's very simple, a simple switch with two settings, a high and a low setting. And it is really, really bright. I mean, it says 100 watts here. I mean, I don't think it's 100 watts, but it's damn light. So if I do, you know, setting 1, that's 1, and that's full brightness. I mean, of course, the you know, the camera is going to auto gain, but I mean, it is really a bright, good light. And as I said, it comes with 18650 batteries, and you can pop this, and it says that it is a triple 1001, you know, made in China, 18650, 2600 milliamp hours. I thought that I'm going to be sort of scammed with these batteries, and I have my own 18650 charger, which measures how much you know, charge it puts into these batteries, and in fact they are 260 milliamp hours, so it's not a lie. But even, you know, even if it's not like a really good batteries, and maybe if they are going to die in a couple of years, you can just easily replace them. Or if you want to run it for a longer time, you can just have you know, maybe another set of batteries and you can swap them out, because you can easily buy 18650 chargers. I did a bit of a testing of this on full brightness. It runs, let's say, for about 3 hours, and as it consumes the battery, it's going to get dimmer and dimmer, which I guess it's a little bit annoying. So I'm guessing for about like 3 hours it still remains, you know, really, really bright. And if you use the lower setting, I mean, I can't really tell if it's half the brightness, but I'm guessing it would be like, you know, maybe like 5 hours or something like that. It comes with either a charger or cable or nothing, but it has a micro USB slot here with a charging indicator, and it charges 500 milliamp hours. So again, it's not a fast charger, it's the slowest charger. So I guess the best idea is to, you know, whenever you place it in your shed or whatever, just have a USB charger and put it on charger, so it just slowly charges the light up when you are not using it. And you know, so far it works good. It also has a hook on the top. You know, feels really sturdy. Oh yeah, that base swivels as well, or rotates. The magnets, well, at least these magnets is really strong. These smaller magnets here, actually I need to glue one of them back because sometimes one of them comes off, but it holds the light. It's not really heavy, so I think it works fine. You know, it is about 20 quid. I was thinking that maybe I could have purchased you know, a work light from Lidl or Aldi for about the same price, but you know, it always looks cheaper when I look at on AliExpress and I look at something in USD instead of looking at something in Hungarian forints, which always appears to be a little bit more, you know, it appears to be a bigger number. So next one is this next rechargeable battery. It also comes in a few different variants. Yeah, you can just buy it with a lead or with a charger, with yeah, cigarette lighter, or also with a case. So I purchased the package A, and actually this came, it doesn't say here, but I think this was, or was it the other one? One came really quickly, so it looked like that it was actually was shipped from Europe. I think it was the small one. So I wanted something smaller. This is also rechargeable. It's also a cob light. You can see it here. Let me change the view. Oh, by the way, so it's $6.99, so $6.33 at the moment. Yeah, it's whatever it says. This is, yeah, it doesn't say the wattage, and I haven't measured it. But you know, obviously it's a small light, but still, I think it's reasonably powerful. And it has a button to operate it. So you press it once, it's full brightness, so it's high, and if you press it again, then it's low brightness. Or you can see the refresh rate. And if you press it again, there is a small LED on the top. So if you want to really just to illuminate something, if you don't need a huge amount of light, you can use that one as well. And if you press it for the third time, then it switches off. And this top, you know, part rotates, and you can rotate this part as well. And it has a magnetic base. Sorry, it has a magnetic base. It has also a clip. And there is again a USB slot here. I haven't taken it apart. I don't know what battery it uses, but you know, based on this, probably this could be an 18650 as well, but I'm not sure. And probably the only thing I have or issue I have is this micro USB port is really it's recessed a lot. So if your micro USB plug has a fat plastic on it, you won't be able to push it in, so you maybe need to use the cable provided. But actually I was able to charge this with a cable that I got from this, so I would either charge, you know, with one lead I either charge this one or the other. I quite like this one. Obviously this is smaller, so if you want to illuminate something which is close by, it's great. If you want to illuminate a bigger area, then I just use this one. It works the same way as this. So as it depletes the battery, the LED gets dimmer, and I reckon that on full brightness it was working for about 2 hours before the brightness got reduced significantly or visibly. But I'm still happy. I mean, this was definitely a cheap work light, but seems like still a fairly sturdy one. Too bad that there is no functionality here, or that doesn't appear to be a functionality just to turn it off. Oh, sorry, yes, there is a third function here. So with one click you turn it on, and if you press and hold, it has an emergency mode. Oh, and then a flashing emergency mode. So actually this is a white and a red LED. So maybe this could be something good to keep in your car. And if you get stuck, then you can have it as an emergency light on the hood. Okay, oh sorry, yeah, and then you have to cycle through the modes and then turn it off. Okay, that was it. Next item, let me look at the listing. It is this voltmeter. So this is a combined voltmeter, ammeter, energy meter, blah blah blah. So what I wanted here is I have a similar model on my older engine, and what I really like is the energy meter. So this one, so it actually measures the watt hours that the battery, or sorry, the loco uses. So I'm guessing this would be the closest estimation of how much the battery runs down. You know, the lead acid batteries, because the voltage is I think it's a verse indicator to state of charge. So what I usually do is whenever I start running with a fresh set of batteries, then I usually note down this value, and I can just see how much watt hours I have used since I started running. Actually, it also measures oh sorry, that's current in milliamps. So yeah, you need a watt hours. And it also has, it also has milliamp hours, so you can use that as well. And a couple of other things like resistance and running time. I don't think I'm going to use these, and there is also like a state of charge here. I won't be able to show you how this works because I haven't set it up. And again, here you can buy a few different models. Basically the difference is like how big of a shunt you get with this. So you have the 10 amp version, 300 amp, with a 50 amp shunt. I didn't purchase this one because I thought I might be able to, in occasion I might pull more than 50 amps, but hopefully I'm not. So I opted for the 100 amp shunt version, and you have 200, and you also have a 300 amp shunt version as well. And there is a lot of things here, like documentation, how you can set the state of charge, like the maximum voltage for the 100% state of charge. So it can be used for lead acid batteries as well, which is going to be how I'm going to be using it. And you also get some, that's the wiring diagram with the shunt, how you connect it. Let me just show you how it works, or how it looks like. So that, oh, by the way, that's the shunt. Nothing special. So you have connections for the load on each side, and you also have these connections which goes to the meter, and it says 100 amps, 75 milliwatts. Okay, so I'm going to put this on and you have the actual unit with a couple of wires. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these wires. So that's okay, that's how the unit looks like. You have a button, so this is probably like reset. So if you need to reset the running time or something, you can use this. Very light. You have the connection diagram here, and battery voltage DC 0 to 200 volts. So it's a pretty wide range, and you have 6 connectors. And obviously out of which the top 2 we are not going to use, because that would only be used if you are using a battery less than 8 volts. So for me, I'm using for 24 volts, that these 2 connections will provide power for the unit as well. So that's good. And you also get some user manual, which is also printed on the website. So I'm guessing that's, one side and another side. Okay, I think that was pretty much in the listing as well, but they are providing a printout as well, so that's nice. Okay, I'm going to put this to side. I'm running out of space. Okay, what's the next item? Okay, we come to buttons, and we come to connectors. So I use these Aviation circular connector plugs even on my old engines, and I really like these because they have a key, and you can have this plug and then also this ring, so it stays there securely. And you have this in this listing. By the way, I'm purchasing this from this Yidi online store, and from which I got these connectors and some of the other buttons that are coming up next. So it looks like that they have a couple of free sizes, so 12, 16 and 20, and I think that's the diameter of the hole that you need to cut. And obviously the smaller it is, the less pin that you can purchase. And so I purchased everything from the GX20 because I thought it would be, no, actually I have one GX16 and one GX20 because I thought that you know, having more space is going to be easier to solder the wires. So I got the 4-pin version, that's going to be for the charger, and I've also purchased the 10-pin version, that's going to be the hand throttle, and you can get 5 sets or 10 sets. And then you have all the, you know, the documentation here. Oh, by the way, you're not getting these, did I? No, I didn't get this cover, this cap with it, but yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah, so you can see all the dimensions here, and I'm not sure if it's going to be visible on the camera, but all the connections are numbered, which is quite nice. So it's numbered on the plug and on the socket side as well, and I quite like it. And as you can see, they are rated for, so I bought the 4 version for the charger, which is rated for 5 amps. And of course the 10-pin version, well, I don't really care because the throttle doesn't need, you know, it's just going to be small power anyway. Okay, let's see how this looks like. So I have, that's the 10-pin version. So you screw this off and that's when you can remove the plug. So this is how the socket and the plug looks like. And as you can see, it is keyed here. You can only plug it one way. The socket also has a tightening nut and also a spring washer. And yeah, that's it. And you can unscrew it here, and then you can just take this, oh no, sorry, this screws off, and now you can see the connectors. So I think even with the 10-pin version, it is not that small, so it's not going to be such a big deal soldering wires onto that. And it goes back, and there are some really small fine screws here to tighten the grommet, or the, what is it, strain relief. So this is the 10-pin version, that's going to be for the throttle, and this is the 4-pin version, which is going to be for the charger. And again, it is keyed, you see the pins here, and this screws off as well, so it's the same construction. Oh no, this has a screw here. But anyway, other than that, it's going to be the same. Yeah, this doesn't have a screw. What's next? Oh yeah, that's the other charger. And now it's going to be buttons. So yeah, I'm going to be using a couple of push buttons, and I thought, oh, these are going to be these metallic ones with the light ring on it. It's going to be nice. So as you can see, you can choose from 5 different colors. They come with a plug, and you can choose whether it's 12, 24, 110 or 220 volts. And I thought I'm going to buy the 24 volts version, but I wasn't sure how much they are tolerant to like excess voltage. If my 2 lead acid batteries, let's say, go up to 25, 26 volts. So I decided I'm just going to buy 12 volt versions, and I would just have a step down converter. And yeah, you can get nickel plating or stainless steel. I think I purchased the nickel plating as well. So you can see that it's, yeah, and I purchased momentary. So did I purchase? Yeah, I purchased momentary because these are going to be for sounds. And then I have a couple of switches as well. So yeah, it's, yeah, $1.50 USD each. And oh, actually there is a bit of shipping as well. So okay, 2.5, let's say. And there's a bunch of different versions. So you can go through this. This came from the Yidi store as well. Okay, let's look at the screen, or this view. Oh, it's not this one. It's the other one. So it looks like that I'm getting the buttons and a couple of ring washers, or what is it, seals separately, and they are back separately because I ordered 5, but 1 of each color. So this is how they look like, you know, pushy. Oh, it's quite a long action, to be honest. Okay, that feels nice. And these are the connectors. So obviously when you order, so I just placed an order for the buttons, and I just put the connectors into the shopping basket, and I guess they figured out that I need the connectors for, you know, these, and so that's how it looks like. And if I'm correct, then red is 12 volts, yeah, and black is ground. And if I connect it to here, so I have a 12 volt power supply. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, looks nice. I like the action. It's quite a satisfying push, and it's a lot of travel. It's not like a micro switch. I think I'm going to like this quite a lot. Probably the only downside is, especially compared to like, you know, smaller switches, is the whole assembly is quite deep. So what we are looking at here is, let me just get my ruler. So that's about I mean, with the wires, everything is going to be like, let's say 5 centimeters, so 2 inches deep. So it will probably require a much bigger box than I had in the past. But I don't I don't mind it, and if any of these switches go bad, at least it would be easy to change with this socket or with this connector. And you have a lock nut, and so yeah, it looks cool. I think it's fine. Let's look at the next item. The next item is also from this seller, and well, actually the next two items, oh no, sorry, no, this item only. I have these rotary switches, so they also come in different colors, and actually they come in different sizes. I forget to show the other listing, but I have the links in the video description. So again, you can purchase, or you can choose from 12 volts, 24 volts, 110 or 220, and you can have 2 positions that are the ones that I had, or you can also have 3 positions, and as you can see, 1 contact or 2 contacts, or 2 pole or 1 pole. And you can see here so that's the 2 positions, so 90 degrees left and right, and then you have the 3 positions, which has a 3 position, 45 degrees each, but otherwise they look the same from the outside. So let me show you these. So I have them here, and I have them, all of them are connected. So the 2 different versions, so I ordered a few which are 16 millimeters and 90 millimeters, but they all appear to be the same size, but one is more like, it looks like a flash mounted, as you can see here, and the other one also has this ring on it. So I mean, what you could see on the screen was the ring version, and again you can purchase these sockets with it, and the connection is again the same. So I'm going to use black and red for 12 volts. And we can see how it looks like. Yeah. So the arrow is illuminated, and then the dot is illuminated a little bit dimmer, but it gives a nice glow. And of course the power connection or the LED connections are separate from the switch, so you can just hook them together if you want to, but I want it to be lit all the time, and it has this nice satisfying sort of spring-loaded action that you turn it to turn it on, and then you push it again, and then it releases. And it's the same for the other one. So I think it looks good, it feels nice, and I mean, I quite like the design. At least hopefully it's going to be a nice combination with these switches. So this is like going to be ignition, direction, and lights, and then the push buttons are going to be like sound actions. At least that's the idea. Moving on, sorry, wrong view. cables. Okay, so this is the cable for the controller and well, the cable for the 10-pin connector, which you can see here. So the cable is here. So I wanted some high number core wires, well, definitely more than 8, because I was using 8 in the past, which I was just using the simple network cable, and 8 wasn't enough, so I was using 2 network cables, but I decided that I can do with 10, and one of the reasons I purchased this one, because as you can see, you can go with different gauges, and you can do with different lengths. So I purchased 5 meters and I purchased a 10 core, but you can go all the way up to 24 cores. But then the caveat is that all the way up to 10 core, you are getting multicolor wires. And then from 10 onwards, you will get white only. And I thought, no, that's going to be horrible just to identify all the different wires. So I decided that I'm going to go for 10 core. And this is the reason that I bought the 10-pin connector. So I'm not sure if you're going to see that, but you can see probably the different, color wires within this, multi-core wire. And yeah, I can't really. I mean, you can check the spec. I think this is gauge 24, but again, for the hand controller, you didn't need to carry any amps, so I think that's going to be fine. I was using something similar in my old loco as well, so I'm not worried about that. And then finally, we are going to have some spotlights. So these are going to be the headlights, and I purchased a few different versions. I found these really small cabinet lights, 12-volt ones, and for this I could choose a warm white, so that's going to be my headlights, and they are available in red as well. So they are going to be my, what is it, not marker, I think it's marker light, yeah. You can see the dimensions here, and yes, and they are 1 watt, because in my current engine I'm just using this regular bigger cabinet lights, and I think I have so a free lamp headlight, and I think it's 5 watts each, and it's absolutely, I mean, it almost creates daylight when I'm using it in the evening, and it's absolutely unnecessary. I'm blinding people when I am on open days, so I thought I'm just definitely going to go for something smaller. So I thought I'm going to buy 3 1-watt headlights, and that's going to be 3 watts LED, which hopefully is going to be more than enough. So these are for, I purchased 4 of these, 4 white and 4 red, and I've also found these slightly bigger one, and that's going to be the headlight for, that will go on the top, and then the 2 will go on the bottom. And here again, I could choose 1 white and then 1 watts, and that's it. So let me show you these. So these are the small ones, and to be honest, I think they might be a little bit too small. I mean, they don't have a huge area. I mean, it has a lot of quite a big lip, but some of them is going to be covered by the 3D printed case that it's all going to sit in. But yeah, it looks fine, and it looks like there is an integrated driver on it. This is probably some current limiting stuff. So if I just connect it to, again, 12 volts, so this is going to run on 12 volts as well. So this is the white one. It's not awfully bright, but yeah, this is more for decoration. I don't think I'm going to use it in pitch darkness. I mean, the loco, so that's fine. I'm happy with this. This is bright enough. And then if I show you the red one, that's probably too much, to be honest. I mean, you don't need such a powerful red LED, but it came in the same package. It's the same rating. So yeah, it looks like quite a powerful red marker light, but and then I finally have the slightly bigger one. So it also has a lip, and it has these I don't know what you call it, lens, and I think it looks good. To be honest, I would be happy if this would have a lens as well. So maybe in the future I'm going to change this for something else. As I said, I have a 3D printed case for it, so if I purchase a new LEDs or a new lamps, I can just get or print another case for that. So this is how the other looks like. It's not any brighter than the other one. I mean, technically this is also 1 watt, and it's definitely warm white. So I think it's going to suit the like the older type loco lights. So that's all about headlights. And with this, I think I got the end of these Mailbag. These are all the stuff that I purchased. Obviously, you know, I have 5 of these and 5 of those, and then, you know, a lot more push buttons, a lot more lamps. But, well, these are the individual items that I purchased for this locomotive. So, if you're interested in any of these, there's going to be purchasing links in the video description. But I think that's going to be all for today. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you in the next video.